Well, welcome back to Wineline Radio. This is your host, Robert Scott, and we're continuing with our Show Me Some Wine from Missouri tastings. Tonight, we've got the gang of wine here, and we're going to do a double tasting tonight, so really excited about this. We're doing two wines that are really unusual. One is a Vignole. The other wine is a Chamborcin. To begin with, let's start. We've got the gang of wine here tonight, and we're going to be talking about St. James Winery. Now, Italian immigrants settled in the St. James area of the Merrimack Highlands in the late 1800s. Before Prohibition, more than 200 wineries surrounded the St. James area. Pat and Jim Hoffer, I guess it is, reestablished the craft of the winemaking in St. James Winery in the 1960s. They produce 600,000 gallons of wine per year. Wow. The wine we're tasting tonight is a Vignole. I can only say that this wine is, in one word, really versatile. You can vinify it as a dry wine, semi-sweet wine, or as a dessert wine. And that's one reason that's why it's so popular. So let's see the aroma and the taste is like. First, let's get a little sniff here. It's really tropical, I think.
Yeah, some nice white stone fruit right on top of that.
Yeah. A little citrus.
Peaches. I get pear.
Pear. Oh,
Pear.
boy. Throw that in the picnic basket, folks.
I know.
I think this is very interesting. Beautiful color. Give it a taste.
Just a little tasty taste.
Yeah.
Yummy.
That's why
That's
we
some
picked
good
up
stuff.
all the
I would classify that as a off-dry or semi-dry wine, which means it would probably go really well with Mexican, Asian, or like Korean barbecue.
It would
be.
go well with all that good stuff.
Might even go good with a creme brulee for dessert.
That would go perfectly with that. And I bet you could also put a touch of that if you did do a big fruit salad. If you did a little drizzle of that across the top of it, would only help things out tremendously.
Sounds good. And young lady, what did you think of it?
It goes wonderful with the strawberry.
Okay, great.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
We're in the one of the back rooms at the Citrus Club in downtown Orlando, and we're tasting these wines tonight with M&Ms and some popcorn and potato chips. So
And maybe a few strawberries, a few other assorted fun things
exactly.
thrown in there.
It's really good to put out the wasabi peas. You know,
I'd like to say thank you to the earlier guest that we followed into the conference room.
I tell you what, I'm liking this wine a lot.
This is way good.
Yeah,
This would be great for sitting out under a shade tree in the summertime.
sounds perfect.
In your lawn chair, watching the world go by, and a nice chill bottle of wine. Yes.
Well, big kudos go out to St. James Winery and all the other wineries in Missouri. And thank you for sending the Vignole.
Sounds good.
The next wine that we're going to try is a red. It's a Chamborcin. It's a medium-bodied red wine that's kind of the perfect gateway wine to take you into some big dry reds. Fruity, kind of think cherry, and it's got a little earthiness, supposedly, with soft tannins. So this wine is made by the Edg Clif Farms and Winery in the Ozark Mountains. Edg Clif was founded in 1926 by Andrew Stephen King and his wife Hazel Quinn Knapp when they purchased the stone lodge for a hunting retreat. The original cliffside stone lodge was built in 1862. Since then, the lodge has seen multiple expansions and restorations. A 2,500 vine vineyard was planted in 2008 by the current owners, Stephanie and Stephen Littlefield, and Cindy and Renard Casey. They opened Edg Clif Farms and Vineyard in June of 2011. And this wine, this Chamborcin, I'm definitely getting red fruit on the nose.
Yeah, look, red fruit, not heavy red fruit,
No.
just a light red fruit. It's not overly odoriferous that I get on the nose. Does it really have a real heavy nose?
No, I agree with
Any
you.
which way.
It's not a tremendously aromatic wine.
No, it's not.
And this is a 2014. It's a estate bottle, which means all these grapes were grown right on the estate at Edg Clif. So let's give it a taste. Oh, it's got good legs.
Yeah, I think it would go really good with, a nice steak. It's not too
Oh,
overpowering.
that does taste good. The taste certainly doesn't come off the nose,
No,
but
cherry. Yep, black
good.
cherry.
good red
Blackberry.
stone fruit, cherries, blackberries. Tastes good.
it reminds me, really, as I said, they grow Chamborcin, I believe, in the Loire Valley in France, and this is kind of reminiscent of a wine from that area that has a high amount of acidity.
Fair amount of acidity. Like I say, I'm far more familiar with Vignoles in French travels, and I've had my share there, but can't say as I've done a lot of the Chamborcin in France.
Well, we're having it now.
Sounds good. And this is from Missouri, of all places.
That's right. Food pairings, they suggest pork loin, short ribs. I can see that.
Yeah.
Sausage, burgers, swordfish, maybe. And for dessert, maybe a nice strawberry cobbler would be good.
Yeah.
Or figs and maybe even chocolate cake. So,
Yep.
a very nice classic Chamborcin 2014 from Edg Clif Winery. Another very interesting and excellently well-produced wine from Missouri. So, we've shown me two more wines.
The
right?
Show Me State has showed me more than I anticipated.
You know,
I look
that's-
forward to trying them. Both of these would be great for an afternoon in the yard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they are the Show Me State, so there you go.
There you go. This is Robert at winelineradio.com for the Gang of Wine.
You're here.
Signing off until next week.